This is a live portrait with real-time expression control. A node of. You can edit expressions through this node. Then output the expression you need. There are many controls above. I will introduce it in detail later. Another workflow is use the starting image. After your modification and expression, the starting frame controls the generation of an expression. The final result is the combination of the first frame and the last frame, an expression generated. The next workflow is expression reference through a reference video. Then add one of your pictures to automatically generate a replica of his expression. Finally, your picture was reproduced. This expression reference you imported. Generate. This is a simplified version. Just import a picture. Add the expression you want to copy and the video. Finally generated. The two are actually the same. But this one has one more. In fact, there's one more expression. For example, I need 70 frames of this picture. But I don't want his expression. This way I can change his expression in the first frame. This is the last frame of the expression. I will introduce it later. Let me introduce the first one first. I'm using the image of the EndBrain cloud. People don't want to deploy and install locally. You can directly click on my EndBrain cloud image. Open it and it's me now. No need to deploy. Direct use. You can see the first one, this expression control plus generating real-time portrait video. Description. Update the platform to the latest and I will be here now. This allows you to use it directly. Okay, now let's introduce it in detail. Forgot, again, if you want to deploy locally, can open my notes, click on my ComfyUI tutorial. It will jump to Workflow location, the first expression control. This page open. There is a node installation inside. There are also screenshots of the workflow. Workflow download. This is suitable for local deployment. Now it is very convenient to install the node. Just one node. Install, yes. Run the model to automatically download. So it is much easier to install. Okay, now let's introduce the usage process in detail. The first one is a normal picture modification expression. This is a reference expression. For example, I don't want to edit expressions or anything like that. I just type this expression in. He will replace it directly according to my expression. For example, I disconnect this, reconnect, then press it to generate. He will automatically refer to this expression. Because I have modified this parameter here, so he won't refer to. He will modify it according to my display's needs. You reload an empty. The premise is that you need to load this empty. Because I edited it here, so he is exported. It has been edited. He will refer to this expression. If I reload an empty, use this expression that was not captured as a reference to regenerate it. He will refer to my expression. Take this reference picture. Change to oh. This one below is. How to say this? This one below is control it to crop. For example, this picture is not. For example, change to 1.5 output. His image will become larger. Here is a little trick. If I want to modify the expression, I'm gonna open this up, then check it. Note that these two options are different. The first choice is you. For example, drag 1230 for like this. Then he wants to generate 10 pictures. This is what we don't need. So you can choose the last one. For example, when you drag, just need him to confirm it in the end. So just choose the last one. Don't drag it like this. Then modify it here. Click here to run. Forgot to link the first frame. No wonder it went wrong. This is the detail to pay attention to. If I drag it, it only generates the last one. But if you choose this, when you drag, it generates 10 pictures at once. For example, if you drag 15 photos then it will generate 15. So choose the last one. Just click on the last one I confirmed. So pay attention to this little trick, because when you drag it, it is 1 to 3 for 5 ... and it goes on like this. So you don't need to generate all of them. I only need this one where I drag to the last stop. Okay, back to the previous. Reuse this reference pattern to generate. Forget this. For example, this one is empty. First input this image. Because now this number is empty. At this time, you enter this reference expression. He will directly replace it with your reference expression. An expression or S or something. He immediately copied the expression. So this is a way to copy the expression. Okay, now let's introduce it in detail. First of all, remember to open the last frame. Don't choose the first one. This way, when you drag, it will only select the last frame. If you click on the previous one, then when you drag, for example, I am dragging, he will let you choose again from 20 to 8. The screen will have an animation effect. When you are dragging, he renders every frame for you, so we don't need to choose the last one. For example, when I drag, he just jumps to this frame. Of course, if you need this kind of drag animation change, you use the previous one. In this way, you can see the effect of dragging in real time. Then drag it slowly like this. He will slowly go down. The first one is the first 3 to control the head up. One left, right, up, down. A movement of the head. So it is very good to know what this control is. This is the eyes opening and closing. Then the eyebrows go up and down. The next one is the eyeball. Increase. Get smaller or grow. This is the direction the eyes are looking. About. Up and down. The 3 mouths below are open. I'm keeping silent. His mouth opened. I will just switch to the last frame here. No animation. Then this is the left and right openings of the mouth. Okay, this one has an upper and lower opening. The one below is open on the left and right. Below there's a front and back. Like pattern or something like that. This needs to be adjusted so that the beauty can see more clearly. Like this, your mouth will part. The last one is a smile. The one below controls the original image. This is the scale of a reference image. The last one is to control the crop ratio. I put this. Adjust to 2.5, and it will remain the original image. If you adjust it to 1.5, it will be enlarged. For this basic function, you can refer to this annotation. It seems that it is not written. Forget it, everyone should control it themselves. Okay, this one. Then this is simple. This is also an image. This is the end frame that controls it. You can go from this frame to this, a frame change to control. Expression control. Just control it like I did just now. In this way, he will go from this frame to this frame. Make a 70 frame animation. Then there is one thing to note here. This is the control time. You can understand the control timeline. For example, this is the first frame. The first frame took 5 frames. It is the time to control the stop frame. This first one is its frame. It is the first frame. It should be the other way. It is the first frame around. The front one controls the frame rate. For example, the first frame is 3 frames. After 3 frames, stay for 5 frames like this. It's controlled. Give him a sense of rhythm. Of course, you don't need this. Just output it directly. Just delete this. The frame number is in front. The following is the time to stay in the frame. Because I changed it to 20. The internal speed is very slow. So if you want this to be fast, it's 5 frames. He generates very quickly. So this just adds a timeline for action control. The number of frames and the duration of stay are in the form of frame number. 5 means 5 frames. Duration of stay, 5 frames of time like this. This one stopped too. The same concept is shown below. Just added a replica expression. This is the image you need to convert. Then control his frame rate. Change his expression. Of course, you don't have to change. Add one more reference. Add a reference video here. In this way, he will copy the actions of this video. Finally generated. This won't be introduced, just add a reference to this video. This way, you don't have to control him. The time of this action, frames and poses, and change is convenient. No need for this control. In fact, this is the same as his control. The last one, it is a simplified version. This is a little simpler. In fact, the frame. Only control its first frame. The last frame is no longer controlled. The last frame can directly refer to the expression video. It is generated like this. Exactly the same as this one. Compared with the above, there is one less tail frame control. This means that this picture is a reference to the action in this video. Replica. It's a little different from the above. It depends on the situation. The following is although. Provided this reference, but he has a control for the end frame. That is, he will return to this expression in the last frame. What is its function like this? There are some beginnings. When I want him to play it repeatedly, can be connected together. End to end, this way he looks like a small loopable animated video. Okay, that's it for this episode. Let's go play.